With New Year's Eve just 3 days away and vehicle fatalities at or near an all-time record for Wichita Falls, law enforcement officials are pleading with the public to drive sober when out celebrating the new year.
Curtis Jackson spoke with WFPD officials about that today. And Curtis, what are some of the ways to avoid not only jail time but also potential tragedy?
Yeah, well, law enforcement officials say by simply thinking ahead and putting sensible plans in place, you can start the new year safely from your home, not a jail cell or a hospital bed.
Consider the other drivers. You know, we're all family here in Wichita Falls.
Wise words from Sergeant Eiper as we near the end of the year, meaning most folks will be out late celebrating this weekend.
We want everyone to enjoy this celebration of the end of the year of 2022 and hoping for a better 2023. We all want that, but we want it to be done safely.
Eiper says there have been at least 20 fatal wrecks in Wichita Falls this year alone, way above the average the last 10 years of around 8. At least 4 of them involved alcohol. Eiper says there are several ways to avoid going to jail or even possibly taking a life.
Make arrangements if you're going to go somewhere and there's going to be alcohol involved. Make arrangements to have a ride or use some other system out there, other companies that will pick you up, bring you home safely, rather than taking the chance of getting on the road and being impaired.
Companies like Uber, Lyft, or even local taxi services can get you home safe and avoid risking some major consequences.
Could result in, number one, is being arrested, losing your license, losing your vehicle, your ability to drive for a while. Lots of money involved, fines and dues and things like that, court costs and legal fees. But really, the big thing is just getting involved in an accident. So now you're talking about destruction of your vehicle, and at the worst, you kill somebody on the road.
Eiper says the roads pose a much greater risk to the average resident than violent crimes.
Really, that's a bigger concern than our homicide rate for me is our crash fatalities, because we're all on the roads. And the homicides are typically going to be isolated events that really don't involve much of us.
He says if everyone does their part, together we can lower the number of fatalities in 2023. Now, for more information on rideshare services or taxi services, just click inside this story over on Texomashomepage.com.
Yeah, definitely things to keep in mind this holiday weekend.
For sure, yeah.
Curtis, thanks so much.